My name is Frederick Van Johnson. I am a photographer, and I think overall I'm a geek. I started in photography several decades ago, in fact, in the Air Force as a combat photojournalist back in the film days, which is why I'm so excited to be talking about black and white photography, because that's how I started. Shooting black and white is kind of like the basis of what photography has become and what it is today. Black and white is a tool that you can use to be expressive with. So we're gonna be looking at some shots that you can do kind of close up, and then we're gonna look at some landscape, outside type photography, where you can kind of see what the effects of emphasizing different kinds of color and how that translates into monochrome. All right, so first of all, I thought we'd start with some things that we have on the table right here. We've got these cool salt and pepper shakers that are kind of traditional salt and pepper shakers. So I want to show you how color really adds nothing to this scene.
I'm going to be using the Sony RX1 today, but these techniques are something you can do with almost any camera or even your smartphone. Some cameras come with pre-settings to shoot in black and white, like the RX1. Here, I'll go into creative style near the bottom and set it to black and white.
You do some pretty cool stuff if you learn, when you start learning to see in black and white. So this was a macro shot that we did here. We're gonna go outside and do some shots shooting landscapes and see what that looks like.
A great way to shoot in black and white is to use a camera with an electronic viewfinder like this one. With an EVF, you can actually see the image in black and white. This will help train your eye to see in black and white. So here we are on Treasure Island looking at the Bay Bridge. What happens if we take the color away? Instantly we have what I would consider a much more interesting shot. And the RX1, with that full frame 20 megapixel sensor, you crop the shot however you need to, which gives you tremendous flexibility. If you're a photographer who likes to shoot in RAW, you might want a camera with digital filter effects. But remember, often these special picture effects can only be activated in JPEG mode. Depending on your desired result, you can manipulate your ISO to introduce more or less grain into your photo. This can give you another creative control when creating your photograph. And since we're already on Treasure Island, why not get some cool shots of the San Francisco skyline? Nowadays, it's becoming less about software and more about focusing on finding the right subjects for black and white. And if you have a camera with a sensor that can capture high tonal range, you can produce dynamic results in black and white.